We're live.
Good afternoon. This is the House Judiciary Committee, and we have a voting session. This is on concurrences. There are 5 bills that we have received requests to concur or not concur today. They are House Bill 459, which is the House version of the Juvenile Justice Reform Council's recommendations. We've already passed the Senate bill and it's gone to the governor's desk. House Bill 425, the Ghost Guns Bill. Again, we've already passed the Senate bill and it's on the governor's desk. Senate Bill 29, which is the bill on the age of marriage, age for marriage, where there's going to be, I believe, a motion not to concur. We'll get to that in a moment. We also have House Bills 1 and House Bill 837 related to the legalization of marijuana. So I'm going to start with House Bill 459. The motion is to concur in the Senate amendments. It would put it in the same posture as it left the Senate. Is there a motion?
Move to concur.
Second.
Motion to concur in a second. Any discussion? We got to do a roll call because we got to do a roll call. The Vice Chair,
Yes.
Shoemaker,
No.
Anderson,
Yes.
Erican,
No.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cardin,
Yes.
Conaway,
Yes.
Cox,
No.
Crutchfield,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Juanita Fisher,
Yes.
Howell,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Lopez,
Yes.
McComas,
No.
Munoz,
No.
Shetty,
Yes.
Tolles,
Was waiting on chime. Yes. Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
All right, delegates Cham and Graham are excused. Motion passes. Go to 425. 425 is the legislation on ghost guns. The legislation, we've already passed the Senate version. This is just conforming the House bill to the Senate bill that we've already passed. Could I have a motion to concur?
Move to concur.
Is there a
Second.
second? There's a motion and a second. Any further discussions?
I had a quick question, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Was it my understanding on the Senate bill on the ghost guns, there was some bipartisan support towards it, correct?
I believe there was.
Chair, there was.
Okay. I can dream. All right. Are there any questions? Any further questions or comments? Seeing none. The Vice Chair,
Yes.
Shoemaker,
No.
Anderson,
Yes.
Erican,
No.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cardin,
Yes.
Conaway,
Yes.
Cox,
No.
Crutchfield,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Juanita Fisher,
Sorry, my mouse was far away. Yes.
Grammar, I don't think he just came in. Okay. Howell,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Lopez,
Yes.
McComas. You're muted. Delegate.
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Munoz,
No.
Shetty,
Yes.
just in case, Cham. Didn't think she had joined. Okay, she's still excused. Tolles,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
All right. Motion is adopted. All right. Okay, doing paperwork as we go along. Now, we're on Senate Bill 25. Senate Bill 25, or no, 29, sorry, 29 is the bill related to marriage and age requirements. I think there's a motion not to concur.
Move not to concur.
There a second?
Second.
All right. There's a motion not to concur in a second. Since we're not concurring, I'm not going to do the roll call. All in favor of the motion not to concur, please raise your hands. Delegates, Shetty McComas, Williams, Carden, Lopez, Bartlett, Davis, Crutchfield, Moon, Howell, Cox, Tolles, Anderson, Fisher, Conaway. Thank you. Anyone opposed to the motion not to concur? Shoemaker. All right, the motion not to concur is adopted. We're going to send delegates, sending the chair, Bartlett, and Shetty. Okay, now we are on to
I need to be.
Delegate Conway. Just make sure you're muted for a moment. We're going to go to House Bill 837. House Bill 837 is the companion bill to House Bill 1. It's the policy bill that addresses issues related to the legalization of marijuana. What I'd ask now is I'd ask for council to review the Senate amendments that were added to the bill. So Claire, take it away.
The committee amendments that were added by the Finance and Budget and Taxation Committees are they allow a tax deduction for business expenses for cannabis businesses. They increase the maximum fines for smoking cannabis in a public place from $50 to $250 for a first offense, and from $150 to $500 for a subsequent offense. They add one senator and one delegate as members of the Cannabis Public Health Advisory Council. They add a prohibition against an occupant of a motor vehicle smoking cannabis in a passenger area of a motor vehicle on a highway to the current law statute relating to drinking alcohol. They create a community reinvestment and repair fund to provide funds to community-based organizations that serve communities determined by the Office of the Attorney General to have been most impacted by the disproportionate enforcement of the cannabis prohibition. They add a prohibition against a driver of a motor vehicle smoking or consuming cannabis in the passenger area of a motor vehicle on a highway to an existing similar prohibition relating to drinking alcohol. They add a statement of intent that the Office of the Executive Director of the Alcohol and Tobacco Commission succeed the Natalie M. LaPrade Medical Cannabis Commission in matters concerning the regulation of cannabis, and that those two commissions study and report to the General Assembly by January 1st, 2023 on how to most effectively, efficiently, and fairly transfer personnel from the LaPrade Commission to the Alcohol and Tobacco Commission. They prohibit the state from issuing applications to cannabis businesses until after the disparity study report is submitted, which is October 15th, 2022. And finally, they require the Attorney General to provide a formal opinion on the impact of cannabis legalization on the authority of police officers to conduct searches of individuals and vehicles based on detection of the odor of burnt or unburnt cannabis. And then there were 3 floor amendments that were adopted by the Senate. The first was offered by Senator Kagan, and it adds as an authorized use of the Cannabis Public Health Fund, purchasing technology proven to be effective at measuring cannabis levels in drivers. The second amendment was offered by Senator McRae, and it requires DBED to prioritize awarding grants and loans from the Cannabis Business Assistance Fund to individuals who have been convicted of a crime relating to cannabis. And the third amendment, which was offered by Senator Casserly, adds as an authorized use of the Cannabis Public Health Fund equipment for law enforcement to recognize impairments due to cannabis.
All right, are there questions for Claire? Could I have a motion to concur with the Senate amendments, please?
Move to concur.
There's a motion to concur. Is there a second?
Second.
Right? Is there any further discussion? Take a roll call on House Bill 837 and concurring with the Senate amendments. The Vice Chair,
yes,
Shoemaker,
No.
Anderson,
Yes.
Erican,
No.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cardin,
Yes.
Conaway,
Yes.
Cox,
No.
Crutchfield,
Yes.
Davis,
No.
Fisher. Monica
Chair,
Fisher.
am I allowed to explain my vote?
Can you explain your vote?
Okay, yes, I'm voting yes to concur, but I'm very disappointed with the changes that were made by the Senate, and I hope that this committee, even though I won't be here, will take the time and diligence to correct these issues as we move forward on legalization. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Delegate Fisher. Delegate Howell,
Yes.
Rachel Jones.
Yes, but Mr. Chair, if I could also just make
Go
the
ahead.
comment that the two amendments surrounding the technology and funding it, those in nature sound good or in theory, but such technology doesn't exist. And so I'm very curious to see how that would even be implemented when there is no such technology to even measure that. And I know that we've discussed this, but I vote yes. Thank you.
Delegate Lopez,
Yes.
McComas,
No.
Munoz, Delegate Munoz, you're muted.
No.
Thank you. Delegate Shetty,
Yes.
Delegate Tolles,
Yes.
Delegate Williams,
Yes.
right? The motion is adopted to concur in the Senate amendments. Committee on House Bill 1, the Senate made changes to the question that would be put on the ballot. Now, I want to be clear, we do not actually have, I don't know that we actually have the paperwork, at least for House Bill 1. However, the Senate just passed it 29-17. It is in a different form from the form that we passed it. And so that we don't have to go back off the floor, I think it's better for us just to handle this in a public way than not. That what the language of the amendment before was, do you favor the legalization of adult use cannabis in the state of Maryland? What the question that would be on the ballot would now say is, do you favor the legalization of the use of cannabis by an individual who is at least 21 years of age or older, or on or after July 1st, 2023 in the state of Maryland?
Can you move not to concur? I don't get why they're changing it. It doesn't make sense. It sounds confusing.
It adds the age requirement, and it also indicates that the legalization would occur on July 1st, 2023. I would like a motion to concur.
move to
Is the
concur,
motion to concur in the second. We're on the vote to concur with the Senate amendments.
Second.
The Vice Chair,
yes,
Shoemaker,
No.
Anderson,
Yes.
Erican,
No.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cardin,
Yes.
Conaway,
Yes.
Cox,
No.
Crutchfield,
Yes.
Davis.
If I could explain my vote, Mr. Chair,
Sure.
I still believe it's misleading and that it is not legalization. It is further decriminalization. So my vote is no.
Delegate Wanika Fisher,
Mr. Chair, I give it a very tiny soft squeaky yes, because I don't get why they're changing the language, but there you go.
Delegate Howell,
Yes.
Delegate Rachel Jones,
Yes.
Delegate Lopez,
Yes.
McComas,
No.
Munoz. Munoz? I saw her say no. Shetty,
Yes.
Tolles,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Motion's adopted. All right, that is the business that we have right now. That concludes the voting session of the House Judiciary Committee. We thank you all very much.